And welcome back to another episode of Barbershop Talk
Like this. Okay.
No, I'm just feeling music. I'm your host, Trey the Barber.
And this your other host, Dicethebarber.
And this your other host, Kush.
About motherfucking time.
Goddamn right.
Tapers is considered a haircut, so it's $40.
This nigga's on live.
I'm on live like
we
somebody.
live. Hold
somebody,
on, yo, check it out. We are live for the first time, and this nigga is over here negotiating haircut prices on his fucking feed. Like,
I mean, but don't you hate that shit? Because some people, what they do is they say, okay, how much for a haircut? A haircut is $40. You know what I'm saying? And like, okay, so how much for a taper? Nigga,
That's
taper
a haircut.
is a haircut. Nigga, it's $40.
Do
like,
not
it's the
come into our
shit.
barbershop or in Dice's boutique and try to order
right.
your haircut a la carte.
A haircut a la carte?
Yes.
Yeah,
you
yeah,
know
you
what a
can't
haircut
have an
is.
a la
This
carte
is a haircut.
haircut.
The fuck is
This is a haircut a la carte.
Nigga,
Nigga walks up to you, say, hey, how much is the lineup? You say $15. Okay, cool. He sits down, you start doing the lineup.
20 in
and
my
then the
spot.
nigga say,
How much is a taper?
No. He don't say how much. Hey, can you taper me out on the sides and in the back? Nigga, we have now moved into a fucking haircut.
Yeah,
They be like,
that's not a lineup.
Listen, this is what they say. It's just this part and just that part. Well, nigga, I am just now fading your fucking hair. So, nigga, that is a fucking haircut.
Facts.
Nigga, stop trying to order your haircut a la carte.
Nigga,
Trying to
like,
get
you
a
can't get an a la
lineup.
carte haircut.
Trying to get a whole haircut for a lineup price. That's what it is. That's what we call the haircut a la carte. You ask for a lineup and then you start adding these extra things. Trim the top a little bit. Take it.
Honestly, I gotta say, I've probably done that to you.
You
once or
actually
twice.
have. And I told you, nigga, no. Nigga, this is a fucking haircut. You know what I'm saying?
Now that I think about it, I think I did that to you
It was
recently.
funny. When I was young, starting out as a barber, niggas would get me like that. You know what I'm saying? I'd be like, it's nothing. You know what I'm saying? I
When
remember
you was
and
young
Dion.
starting out as a barber, I'm gonna let you know, when I first seen Trey in the barbershop, we seen each other. It was like a great reunion. It was like, man, I seen Trey. I said I knew who I was getting my haircut now from forever.
Literally. You know, listen, I'm the new guy in the shop. I'm literally there like 2 or 3 days. He coming in to get a haircut with G.
Yep.
He's like, yo, I'm coming to get a haircut with you now. Like, I don't really want to step on nobody's toes, man. You know what I'm saying? But G was like, nah, man, it's good. That's your boy. Go ahead and do it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, yeah.
Another thing I hate is when clients come or they call and they be like, yo, cut me up. It's only gonna take you about 20 minutes.
Yeah, I hate
How
niggas
you
that-
gonna tell me how long it's gonna take me to do what the fuck I gotta do, nigga?
Right.
Like, you don't cut hair. Motherfucker be like, yo, it's only gonna be about 20 minutes. I promise you. Like, nigga,
Shit, from the
this shit
client
turned from 20 minutes to a goddamn hour.
From the client
Because you want your shit
perspective,
a la carte.
I got, I get frustrated sometimes when I have a 2:00 appointment and we all know Trey is the turtle haircut guy. We understand that. I love Trey. That's my brother. I know he cuts slow. He cuts slow because he cuts well. Get in there. You get into the barbershop with a 2:00 appointment, but
can
you don't
cut
sit
fast
down
and
in
well.
but you
Okay,
don't
actually-
sit down in the chair till 3.
Actually, you know what? I have figured out my problem.
What's
and
your problem?
I've actually corrected it.
You talk while you cutting. This nigga, he can't cut and talk. He stops cutting.
That's true, but no. Here's the thing. It's when I smoke before a haircut. See, that's what happens. See, I start smoking, and then when I start cutting, I don't really have a sense of time, nor do I even give a fuck
You don't give
about
a
that
fuck.
sense of time
He don't give
at
a
that
fuck.
point in
I
time
will
because
say
now I'm
this,
hot.
this
So
is
I
a-
don't-
this is a I don't give a fuck ass barber.
He
Like,
don't
who-
give two
How can you
shit.
not
Real
give a
quick,
fuck
you
when
know
you a
what?
barber?
We like damn near 10 minutes in, and we never did our intro to the show.
Go
And
ahead.
that's thanking God for waking us up.
Thank you,
this
God,
morning.
for waking me up,
Allowing Kush to be here with
woke
us.
up and seen it
For
was bright
change.
outside,
I mean,
like, oh,
because it's
shit.
been a while
Nigga, you-
since we've seen.
Seriously,
It's been a
shit.
while. It's
That
been a
really
while
happened.
since the listeners haven't heard Kush in like a month, bro.
Yeah,
you know what I'm
right.
saying? So
I miss y'all, man. I miss the show. I
Stop
can't.
bumping the motherfucking table.
Come on, man. I'm in the middle of a prayer. And
Oh,
you
nigga,
cussing,
you didn't
dog.
start
Come on,
yet.
man.
Go
I
ahead.
did start.
You did start.
I thank the Lord for waking us up this morning.
yeah,
Hold on a
Allowing
second. Hold on a second. Before we
Kush
go
to
any
be here
further,
with us.
I'm on my live and I got to send a shout out to my
I'm in the
cousin
middle of a
Chernell. My
prayer.
cousin Chernell just tapped in from Barbados.
Guess what? I understand
What up,
that, but
Chanel?
guess what?
What's up?
God is above cousin Charnel. So we want to thank you.
Thank you,
sir,
God, for looking
waking
down
us
on
up.
cousin Chernell.
Chernel, not Chanel.
Now we give props to cousin Chernell for being here, and we're gonna do our shots. You know what I'm saying?
Shout
Start
out
off
to
our
Missy
show.
Connor.
That's what we do. Let's get shots and shot glasses up. Everybody tap. Tap.
Damn, nigga, you spilled your shit all over me.
Drink
What
it,
the
nigga.
fuck?
You know, hey, drinking off your arm. You know you won't.
You know you want to.
Yeah,
That's
look at
nice. Dice lets no alcohol go to waste.
Not at all.
Not at all.
I just need some olives to go with it.
This nigga about to be a Domingo game, nigga. Stumbling down the sideline. Go, Domingo, go.
Shout out to me and my son. Our video went viral on YouTube.
Shout out to Domingo. That's my nephew, man. Little man is growing up to be bigger than the largest human. And I already know, and we've said this for years, that little boy gonna be special at something.
Yeah.
Something.
Hell yeah.
Something. He's a super intelligent little, and he's got the most affection for, he looked like he should be a goon, but he's a loving little kid, dog. Like,
Absolutely.
absolutely,
great
man. Shout out to Domingo. And again, shout out to my cousin Chernell. I love you, cuz.
Shout out,
I
cousin
see you this
Chernell.
summer.
So anyway, we were supposed to have a guest this morning. We don't.
We ain't gonna say the name,
So
but we
I think
just
I didn't even say that.
Shout out to my
All I said
say
was
his
we
name.
don't.
I
Oh,
say his
not?
name. I invited him. He's my brother, and I know he was probably fucked up working in the studio last night, and then, you know, it goes late. So, but shout out to my boy Compton Menace.
Compton
Just
ass
because I know, you know, as my boy, that nigga had a rough week this week with the whole Nipsey passing. Everybody out here had a rough week, but I know for certain people who were actually
LA 's sad.
associated with the dude like my boy was, it's been rough. It's been rough.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we're going to have to wing it this episode because my whole preparation for the episode
All of ours.
was for Compton Menace.
All of ours.
So we're going to get into talk. I'm over here eating. I'm drinking.
This nigga got a mouthful of chicken nuggets, $1.49
They're
for
not
10.
chicken nuggets. These are potatoes.
Oh, snap. Okay, he's doing it healthy.
Yes, exactly. So anyway, let's get into talking about the NBA. Magic Johnson just stepped down from being the GM of the Los Angeles Lakers.
And he didn't even let nobody know. He just like, well, no, I need a press conference, and you
That
know,
nigga didn't have a press conference. That nigga showed up to the Staples Center for the game. The press came around to talk to him. He said, "Oh, and by the way, I quit."
I think Jenny
He
was
did
like,
that shit
I
gangster.
think Jenny was like, listen, man, let's just save face.
You think
and say
Magic
you
beat? You
quit.
think Magic beating that?
I think no.
No.
What the fuck?
Nigga,
I think
what?
she fired his ass. That's what I'm talking about.
I don't think they fired him.
I don't-
think
listen.
this is what I think is in play. I think Magic Johnson for the last 10 years, actually since Magic Johnson retired, when he was not a coach and when he was not a part of their office as an owner, Magic is a player that could this nigga can't even eat a potato, and this nigga dropping potatoes all over
He
himself
got
down
ketchup
there.
all over his hand
Listen,
and shit.
y'all
Look at
know
this
them
nigga.
players, all former
fucking
players
sloppy.
talk to new players, right? And Magic Johnson was one of them people. For instance, we seen in the beginning of January, they were talking about he was planning on working with Ben Simmons during the summer, which is what new players do with old players. But because Magic is the president of the Lakers, now they call that tampering. He got to pay $500,000, and he can't talk to regular, players like he used to. I think Magic misses being a part of the NBA fraternity and being able to talk to players freely, you know what I'm saying, without having people say, nigga, you trying to get him to go to the Lakers. Nigga, I just invited the nigga to dinner because I'm Magic Johnson.
I think he'll be a great commentator.
I think he was terrible as a commentator when they gave him the chance back in the 90s, and they should never ever do that again.
When they gave that nigga the Vibe
They should
show.
never do that again.
You remember when they gave that
He was
nigga the
young.
Vibe show? When that nigga was the
Listen,
host of the
listen,
Vibe
he was young, bro.
talk show?
I do
Nigga,
remember.
Oh my God, that was the worst.
listen,
ever.
young, bro.
Listen, he was young, but
was
the thing
the
that
worst.
had the thing that has not changed about Magic this entire time is that nigga still don't know how to talk. Magic got on the NBA Finals when Barkley played Jordan and said Charles throwed the ball away on national TV. I will never forget that shit, nigga.
He
The
didn't
nigga
throw
said
it away.
throwed.
I throwed it. He throwed
Magic
it away.
Johnson got on that. They never let Magic back on TV after that shit. You see Magic get interviews and gone. Nigga, they not putting him on TV.
Not at all.
But I think Magic is low-key going to still be talking to players about coming out to the Lakers, and it's just not going to be illegal no more.
There you go. That's all. He just ain't gonna get paid for it. Not like that. I mean, they still gonna slap.
He
him.
don't need that money to begin with.
Absolutely. That's why the nigga quit.
That's why exactly what I said. I like nigga Magic don't need that 15
Like,
grand.
nigga, you know
He
what?
got the Dodgers, bro.
Like, you know what? Like, this shit is costing me more money than I'm actually making,
I
nigga.
put
They
out
keep
$500.
finding
And I'm getting more stress.
Right, and I'm stressed out. And I can't be Magic Johnson, which is what he meant. I can't talk to players. I can't mentor players. I can't do none of the shit that I was used to doing because I'm the president of the Lakers and everybody hates the Lakers. So if I say something to any player, niggas will be like, yo, Magic tampering.
Yep.
Yeah, how you?
What?
No, I was gonna say, I was gonna ask Kush how he felt about the whole Nipsey thing.
Man, sad for the city, and it's crazy because I've been out here 20 years, and I ain't never seen the city respond to no shit like that.
Yeah, not even with Michael Jackson. Like his procession was bigger than Michael Jackson.
His procession was bigger than Biggs, it seemed like. It seemed like, and well deserved, you know what I'm saying? Like, a lot of us didn't really know how deep it got with Nip, and I didn't even know how deep it got with Nip. And I did some research on the brother in the last 2 weeks, and yeah, man, well deserved, man. I think it's a sad thing for the city. I hope it works out that the gang truce actually stays a gang truce.
Yeah, it's weird. Well, it ain't kind of weird, but he's bigger to the city than Tupac was and Michael Jackson. And the reason why I say that is because Tupac, Michael Jackson and Tupac were transplants of L.A. You know what I'm saying? This nigga was born
Homegrown.
here. Yeah, he was born here, raised here. You know what I mean? Died here.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like born and raised, and he in that same complex, and he died in that same complex. And
what I hear too, the difference between him and say Tupac. And I won't get into comparing Michael Jackson's charity efforts at all, just because we are the world and shit happened. But based on what I'm hearing, a lot of the shit that they say Tupac was talking about doing, Nip was actually doing.
Well, here's the thing.
And he's been trying to do that since before.
You got to understand. Pac died
Before he got a
age-wise
chance.
8 years before Nip's age.
Right.
So could you imagine had Pac made it to 33?
Nah.
A lot of things would have been completely different.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? So Pac never got the chance to make his dreams actually come true.
Agreed.
You know what I'm saying? Pac even said himself, he said, you know what? I might not be the nigga to change the world, but I will spark the brain that will change the world.
And he sparked
sparked the brain like
Nipsey.
Yeah, exactly. And then now Nip is just going to spark that. You know what I mean? To a whole bunch of other people.
I
like
just hope-
way more than music. You know what I mean? Just like regular motherfuckers.
Did y'all see his mom at the funeral? Did y'all watch the funeral?
She
Yeah,
real
we
deep.
watched the
Yeah,
funeral.
she's deep.
You didn't watch it?
I did watch it.
Okay, I watched some of it. I ain't watch all of it, but I did watch some of it. And I definitely could appreciate his mom when she told the story about her engine catching fire and him running down the street, getting the fire truck and coming back.
Jumping in the middle of the street.
Jumping in the middle of the street. And then when she said black people as a whole, the engine is on fire. But we
dope how
still
she
able
brought
to
that
move.
back.
That was a
dope.
real deep point.
It was
right
crazy
there.
how she broke the story down.
Yeah,
and
'cause
then
it didn't
brought
look like-
and
it didn't
then-
look
and
like
then
it was
brought
going there.
Yeah, and brought it back.
Yeah.
at the end. That's what I said. She's real deep.
Yeah.
and that's where you understand the deepness of where he come from. I mean, that's why he always read books and listened to audio books and stuff like that, because his mom had that type of influence. And then like the street shit, he just grow up in that. So like,
But yeah, I definitely felt like it was, it's sad on so many levels. The boy got a 2-year-old son that ain't gonna never know his dad. You know what I'm saying? Just a lot of shit that just in the black community we see happen repeatedly and shouldn't happen. But my hope out of all of this is I just really pray that the gang
marathon
truce
continues.
The marathon continues and the gang truce continues, and we really look
That's
at
part
this,
of the marathon.
We look at this for what it is and kind of realize that like I had a conversation with my mom yesterday, and we were talking about like in the Caribbean we're raised to where young kids, when I see a grown person walking down the street, you address them, good morning, good evening, and all of that. And I know since I've been in LA, one of the things that pains me, just in general in the United States, period, because this could happen in any city. If me and you walk by each other and we don't know each other, we gonna look past each other or look away from each other, and we don't acknowledge that that's a black person.
That's how we was brought up.
No, listen, unless you're in a predominant white environment.
Then you looking for that other brother. Then you're looking for him. What's up? Right. But if we walking around in the hood, niggas, we carry that energy of, we don't have the respect, and that's why it's easy for us to kill each other, because we don't have the respect to look at that dude on a regular day and just say, yo, what's good? Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Walk by and say hi. Walk by and say peace. We don't do that no more. You know what I'm saying? And that, I think, is part of the detached. That's the start of what leads to I could kill this person. Is you don't identify with them at all. We need to get back to identifying with each other. And
Have you met Nip?
I've been around Nip. Crazy is I wasn't around Nip in a situation where we even got to kick it. I've been in the vicinity. T-Fly used to work with Nip, so I've been around in situations where he will pull up and I'm, smoking with T-Fly, getting ready to roll up. So I didn't really get to kick it with the brother, which I feel is unfortunate because I probably could have got some music on with him. But you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Humble nigga, and what's crazy to me is what I remember was he looked like a little kid to me.
I mean, to us, and we ain't gonna say he's a kid, but to
he's
us,
a kid to us.
He's
10 years younger than us.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. So when I met him was 5 years ago. He really looked like a kid to me. He looked like a little kid to me. Before the beard, all of that shit, he looked like a little baby face nigga to me. It just looked like, okay, another one.
You ain't never seen him around the shop when he was over there?
Nah.
Oh, yeah. Because, his studio was right around the corner from the shop. So he used to always go to that taco spot right there.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, man. So unfortunate, man. But
it's sad, man, and it's sad that it takes shit like us for us.
How you feel about Kodak Black, ignorant ass?
Oh my God.
I know people who are really close with Kodak. And shout out to my homeboy Steve. Shout out to Sham, Sock Passe too. I reach out to them whenever this nigga does something ignorant just to get their perspective of where he's coming from. Mm-hmm. And what I understand about the dude is he's extremely calculated about getting social media attention, and trolling is an art nowadays.
Right.
I think, though, the art of trolling has gotten way out of hand, and at the point where it gets to you're not even disrespecting a man who was dead for a year by talking about his wife. You disrespecting a man who literally got shot on Sunday, 4 days ago, and you talking shit about his wife. That's out of pocket, man. Then the thing is, I've seen how T.I. addressed him, and T.I., as angry as he was, tried to address the nigga on some respectful shit, like an OG would. Hey, nigga, take that shit down. Don't do that shit. You out of pocket.
Straight up.
You know what I'm saying? And the fact that he took that offensively and tried to go at Tip on some dumb shit.
Nigga, I'm in Atlanta.
Right, nigga... First of all,
I don't even think it was even on some offensive shit. I just think that it's for somebody like him, he's gotta keep face. He's got to keep up the facade because his followers are the same crack baby generation.
But see,
as him.
And it goes further for them, for him to check himself and be like, you know what? For all of y'all, this is fucked up for me to be doing. I shouldn't have done this shit, and all of y'all need to hear that too.
Yeah. His apology wasn't sincere at all.
The people that listen to his music, the people that listen to his music
don't care.
They you know what I'm saying? They hyping up Kodak Black because they think that it's okay. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know, because even his boy that he was on that live with was like,
it's too soon, bro.
Right. Too soon.
And that's what I'm saying. I ask his boys all the time. I ask my folk all the time, who are the OGs around him? Because there's got to be somebody around him that says, hey, nigga, stop.
That dude might have been a yes man. You know what I'm saying? But at that point, he was like, bro, this is too soon. I know, nigga. He was like, this is too soon.
It is. It's not even too soon. There's never a time to publicly disrespect no man's woman, no woman in general.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
But
there's no time.
Here's the sad thing. Listen, here's the sad part. He's not the only one who thought that. He was just the only nigga to speak that.
I'm saying there are certain thoughts.
It's time when you gotta hold your lip.
We gonna keep it.
It's times when you gotta hold your lip, bro.
Listen. Trey, you a married man. You've been married for 20 years, and I'm not putting you on the spot.
Not 20 years.
You've been married, but no, I'm saying you've been married to close to you've been married to close to 2 decades. Now, during your marriage, there's been times when you've walked by and you've seen a girl has walked by you, and as a married man in your head, you've thought, God damn, that bitch is fine. You're not going to say that. You know why? You respect your relationship, and I know that about you. You know what I'm saying? This is not to disrespect your wife, just human being shit. You know what I'm saying? There's certain times
it's been time.
I say that to say there are times when you just know it's better not to say stupid shit.
There's been times.
I've never looked.
Hold on.
Let me address
his wife. Let him address his wife.
Babe, I don't know what the fuck Kush is talking
Babe,
about.
Rosa, he's never done it before.
Look, turn that camera over here on Dice.
Bullshit.
I don't know what the fuck this nigga talking about. He's speaking for himself.
I am.
He is not speaking for
At
me.
all for Trey.
At all.
But
now, Dice, say what you gonna say.
I was gonna say there's been times when people said stuff about your wife, good stuff, but you kind of took it offensive. So
what?
Wait, what?
No. It's like don't say that shit about my wife. Know what I mean, or don't say shit whatever. Know what I mean,
no time out. Ain't nobody never paid a compliment to my wife and I got upset.
That's not the point. What I'm making is, know what I mean, if anybody said anything about your wife, know what I mean, you'll take that shit. Know what I mean, like you'll be real fucking pissed. So for Kodak Black to come out and say something so fucking soon, know what I mean, about Lauren,
it ain't even soon though. My thing is like
you ain't just supposed to do that at all on
that's
on
my
social
point
media,
right there.
Yeah.
You're not
it's
supposed
times when you
to
gotta
do that
hold
at
your
all.
lip,
There's not a time period like
You
it
knew your
wouldn't
shit
have been
was
cool
live.
for him to say this next year. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like there's never a time.
Not on
period.
live.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? If you say it amongst your homies, I mean, that's whatever.
And that was what, like, me and O talked about that the other day. That's exactly what I said to O. If he would have kept this shit off alive in between him and his homies, this would have been no harm.
See,
no
this
foul.
generation don't understand the meaning of a private conversation
or etiquette or coof,
they just
or
feel
tact.
like I just don't understand. For this generation, everything has to be recorded. Everything has to be put up. Everybody needs to know what I'm feeling. Everybody needs to know what I'm saying. Sometimes you just need to have a private thought because you need to understand in life as you grow older, your mind changes. And sometimes you be like, you know what? I don't feel like that anymore. I don't think like that anymore. But now you've already put that energy out there into in the world because now other people see this and this is what they think of you. They don't think about you changing your mind. They don't think about you getting older. They don't think about none of those
because
things.
They
now they see you as this particular person and this is what they accept you as. So people need to understand, man, stop putting all your personal thoughts out in the world. You know what I'm saying? Some things are just for your own self. You know what I'm saying? Marinate on that shit yourself. Think
Kodak
about
Black,
that shit.
if you was thinking that shit to yourself, you still an ignorant bastard. But yeah. I can't listen. You can't blame that nigga for thinking that to himself because like I said, he ain't the only person who thought that. He ain't the only person like, you know what? Hey, in a little bit she gonna get over it and she gonna need somebody else. Like he's not the only person who thought that. Yeah. So I don't blame you for thinking that. I blame you for putting that energy out there into the world in this moment when people are actually hurting behind this nigga's loss. You know what I'm saying? And not just his fans, but his family, his friends, his kids, his brothers, his father, his mother. You know what I'm saying? So there's a lot of people who's hurting behind his loss.
And I mean, and everybody's looking for somebody to hate because they can't get to the person who actually did that to them.
Which is what I was gonna bring up too. This is Los Angeles, my dude. And I'm be real with you. You know, there's certain cities you don't talk shit about. When you flying that motherfucker, some shit might happen. In LA, if they don't like you, guaranteed some shit's gonna happen.
I tell niggas like this. Soon that shit went down, bro. I am nowhere near that area. I'm not going down there to pay no respect.
My son lives down there. My son lives 4 blocks away.
I'm not going down there for none of that shit because them niggas, I knew from the moment that shit happened, them niggas is pressing anything moving around that motherfucker. I don't even listen. But see, I don't want to go down there and look like somebody. You know what I'm saying? Where you going?
Dice, he gotta go. He gotta go catch his son game. Dice leaving
like just in the middle of the podcast. You don't say bye. You don't say peace. I mean, you can at least say bye to our viewers, our fans. You know what I'm saying?
For me, this has been another episode of Barbershop Talk like this. And I gotta go. I gotta go.
Dice gotta go. Dice gotta go. Good luck to Domingo, dog.
Good luck.
Shout out to my nephew Domingo. I hope you tear it down today.
This nigga just fucked up my whole train of thought. I don't even know what the fuck I was saying.
You was saying that down there, you know that they gonna be pressing people and it's gonna be some.
Oh yeah, you know what I'm saying.
Shit down that area. Later, Dice.
We ain't logging you out, nigga. We gonna hack your shit.
We gonna hack your shit, nigga.
You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I mean, it was just like, man, I knew them niggas was pressing on anything moving, bro. I didn't even want to get down there and be like, yo, that looked like Shitty Cuz cousin. Y'all, that looked like Shitty Cuz, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want to be even, you know what I'm saying, just because, dog. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, we know how it is out here, man. Like, these niggas, hey, once they get turned up, they get turned up, dog.
Yeah, once
they
it's on,
press
it's
it.
on in L.A. And that's you know, that's the serious business about L.A. And I like I said, my son lives right down there in the area. I went to take my son over there to the memorial the other night.
Oh, word.
And he couldn't take it. My son is a super emotional little kid, and by the time we got over there, it was tears flowing, and he cried the whole way back home.
Damn.
He couldn't take it, and you know, but it seems like, just from my experience over there in the last couple of days, it ain't really been no drama, dog. It's real quiet. Everybody is fucked up about this, man.
It is, but listen, don't get it twisted. It's already been a lot of bodies dropped.
Oh yeah. It was a lot of bodies that dropped that day.
Yeah, it was. It was. Like I said, I keep my ear to the streets.
Me
so
too.
before shit came out, I knew shit was going
Me
on.
too.
So
Me
you
too.
know what I'm saying? It's just fucked up, man. But I do want to say, man, I don't think personally Nip would have wanted things to be this way. You know what I'm saying? I know he was about the hood. I know you know how hood niggas is, but being what he was moving towards, the things that he was trying to bring about, I don't think he would be in agreement to, you know what I'm saying, to bodies dropping, you know what I'm saying? So with that in mind, man, I ask y'all to keep the peace, man. Whatever bodies have been dropped, let that be the blood sacrifice has already been given. You know what I'm saying? Just, you know, let's move forward. Let's move forward in his memory, in his honor, in a more dignified manner.
The best way to honor that man, like Trey just said, is to move in a more dignified manner.
You know what I'm saying? That's to keep the Dream of Marathon moving. Keep that documentary rolling. Let that shit get out and get published and get put out. Facts. You know what I'm saying? Those are the things that we need to be focused on. You know what I'm saying? Not trying to get retaliation. You know what I'm saying? Because this guy has acted in his own behalf. You know what I'm saying? Not that of his family. You know what I'm saying? We know we want him to hurt this, that, and the other, but they didn't do anything. You know what I'm saying? They wasn't there to encourage him to do that. You know what I'm saying? They probably not in agreement with him doing that. So, you know what I'm saying? I beg for y'all, man. I beg y'all, please, let's stop this violence, man. Let's stop this retaliation. Let's stop, you know what I'm saying? Because again, I just honestly feel wholeheartedly Nipsey would not want you guys to be honoring his memory in this fashion. So, man, let's just...
Black people, man, in general, black men in general, young black men between the ages of, say, 13 and about 40 years old, man. Black men in general, man. Acknowledge other black men when you walk by them on the street, man. Say peace to your brothers, man. You know what I'm saying? And stop looking at each other like y'all ain't...
We actually got a caller here. We're on live.
Who's that?
Let's bring our caller on the air. What's up?
Who's the caller?
It's me, nigga.
Fuck this, you! Oh, this God. Nigga gonna call.
I thought we had a real fucking caller. Man, listen, Dice. You had we was having a nice flow going on right here.
You gonna call back and interrupt?
Nobody needed you to call. You said your goodbyes. You left. You said this has been another episode for me of Barbershop Talk Like This. I'm your host, Dicethebarber. Peace. I'm out.
Peace out.
So why you call back?
Oh, okay. So I can't call and tap in to try to finish out the show.
Hell no.
No, that's not what you said.
That's not what you said. You said you was going to the game.
Well, I just thought about it. I was like, I could call and tap in.
Well, you didn't tell us that shit, so we continued without.
I was over here holding up the phone and shit. I'm like, yo, we got a real caller. You know what I'm saying? And then on the line comes this dumbass motherfucker.
Look. First thing we hear is, it's me.
It's me,
It's me, motherfucker.
Anyway, man.
I just thought about it. Go ahead.
And I done lost my whole train of thought. I was saying some real positive shit.
What we were saying. Listen, Dice. What we were saying is black men between the ages of black people, men, boys in general, between the ages of 13 and say about 40. We need to get back to respecting one another and stop looking at each other as a target and stop looking at each other as food and stop looking at each other as a mark and realize that person right there is another black man just like you, and no matter what the fuck is different about him, he is going through some form of a struggle that you can relate to.
Right.
Stop killing each other on
and
some
even if you don't give a fuck about living or dying, listen, time out. Even if you don't give a fuck about living or dying, think that other person just might. You know what I'm saying? Because sometimes it'd be like, nigga, do you care if you living? Nigga, nope, I don't give a fuck. Because there's some niggas out there like that. So guess what? Think that person might. think that they may want to live. They, you know what I'm saying?
They might have a family that
Right.
wants them to live.
Exactly, man.
I think Nipsey's death is going to definitely help out things because I think the new thing is going to be in the name of Nipsey. You know what I mean? Just chill, bro. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of niggas is probably gonna be like, you want to know what? Yeah, I think I'm about to chill. You know what I'm saying? Because
so.
there's too much black on black. You know what I mean? Crimes. And I was having this conversation with one of my clients, and he was like, yo, like, how many people is going to die before we actually go out there in March? You know what I mean? About a black man killing another black man, and then next thing you know, you see the Nation of Islam out there and was like, yo, this is the first time we marched about a black man killing another black man. You know what I'm saying? And I think it's really starting to, you know, shed light on a lot of things that we're doing to each other. And I think that not everybody is going to change. You know what I mean? You can't change everybody at once.
Just blatantly ignorant niggas on all
Real quick, I was watching a new episode of The Chi, being that we on this particular time.
I watched both.
Yeah.
Great episode.
And one of the and in part of the episode, dude was talking. Dude is locked up, black dude. He locked up, and he's talking to one of the Aryan brother dudes. And so the Aryan brother dude asked him, "What you do to get in here?"
Murder.
He said, "I killed the kid in my neighborhood."
Was he black?
And then he asked, "Was he black?"
And he said,
he didn't even say nothing. He just kind of looked at him.
He said, "Black."
You know what I'm
lives,
saying?
black lives
And then
don't matter.
nigga, I'm telling my fucking story. Would you shut the fuck up? Nigga, it's about to be another black crime up in this motherfucker right now.
You ain't shooting shit.
Nigga,
See, that's how I
so
start.
like I'm telling, so in the midst of him saying, he, like I said, he asked him, and the look on his face just said, yeah. And the white dude looked at him and said, I guess black lives don't matter. You know what I'm saying? And that's just, it's something deep for us to, it's a pill for us to swallow as a race, because we go out here and, like I've said this before, we go out here, we protest, we do all these things, Black Lives Matter when it's a white person killing us, but we don't do the same thing when it's us killing us. And I know more niggas who have died to the hands of another nigga than a nigga that's died to the hands of a white man.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying?
And honestly, I think that's why I think that it was good. I mean, that the nation came out there. I mean, and supported that black on black crime stuff. You know what I mean? And honestly, like when you see the Nation of Islam, you know what I mean, everything just stopped. I don't know what it is, but it's like when you see the nation out there, it's like I'm not fucking with that. Yeah, it's like I'm not fucking with that. But I mean, but a lot of people hate, you know what I mean, Muslims and shit like that. You know what I mean? But when the nation steps out, bro, you know what I mean, that shit is like, yo, I'm not fucking with them. I'm about to be part of this motherfucking movement, and everybody show respect. You know what I mean? Like I just think that him dying, you know, is going to open up the eyes to a lot of people, and a lot of people is going to change the way that they're thinking, and it's going to be more for the positive instead of the negative.
I have said this, and I'm not at all speaking against that. I want that to happen. I just know there have been two moments in our past, in the history of our lives, the Rodney King incident and the Tupac death, that this same exact sentiment comes out immediately. My point is, this shit need to last. Fuck that 1 year shit, 2 year
I mean,
shit.
everybody,
it needs to last.
We know.
Everybody, I mean, everybody got to start. Everybody,
Unfortunately, this is LA, dog.
About
Gang
there.
truce only
I
lasts
mean,
for so long.
That's what I know.
change,
Because here's the thing: every war between the gangs is always initiated between one particular individual. You know what I'm saying, or two. You know what I'm saying? So it's just unfortunate. That's just how it's gonna go down. You know what I'm saying? Like eventually, later on, some niggas from two different hoods gonna butt heads, and it's gonna reignite everything. And then niggas gonna be like, "Nigga, I knew," blah blah blah. And so, I mean, we know how it go. I pray that it don't, but come on, man, this is reality. This is America. This is LA. You know what I'm saying? Gang truths don't last that long. You know what I'm saying? So I'll be happy with whatever time we got during this truce. Guess what? That's some lives saved. That's some less violence going on. You know what I'm saying? So for however long it lasts.
So Trey, like you're I mean, you're a little bit more knowledgeable in the church and stuff like that, than I am. I put a post up on my Instagram, and I compared Nipsey, you know what I mean, to an apostle. You know what I mean? And the definition of it is, you know what I mean, a missionary, spreader of the faith, word, preacher, teacher, reformer, a vigorous and pioneering advocate or supporter of a particular policy, idea, or cause. You know what I mean? I was like, yo, I think Now I mean, for the hood. Now I mean, he sort of was like, now I mean, of our time, a hood, apostle.
Well, I will say, one, the Eritrean background and the connection that I've read about him having with Selassie, I think that is more important just because of the importance of Selassie, but I don't think everybody over here is aware of that. But yeah, I do think that, I think the ancestors do send people back, and they send people back to give messages, and I think he's one of them ones, man. Clearly, he's one of them ones because he affected so many people.
I really think he's like a hood apostle of our time, bro.
I won't go as far as to say all that. What I will say is he was definitely a leader amongst his generation. That's what I will say. Just for me personally, I just don't get into biblical references into people in the modern times. You know what I'm saying? That's the only reason why I'm saying this, because I didn't walk the times, and when Jesus and his disciples and they were apostles, I didn't walk those times. So a true definition of an apostle, I don't really understand besides what I read in the Bible. So that's the reason why I don't, you know what I'm saying, call him that, and I'm not going to call him that based on the dictionary definition of an apostle. You understand what I'm saying? So what I will call him is definitely a leader of his generation. I would definitely say he was definitely a special spirit that was sent here to help guide and lead some of these young guys, man. So I'm not discrediting Nipsey at all in any way. I want to give him props to everything that he did, bro. You know what I'm saying? But I'm not gonna go as far as to call him an apostle or anybody else or anybody else in our time.
But the thing is, like you don't know. I mean, you never know the presence of an apostle until after they're gone, and you see things. I mean, like that.
I wouldn't refer to anybody in today's present time as an apostle. I mean, I maybe I could be wrong. I don't know. It's just me personally. You know what I'm saying? What I say ain't gold. This is just my own personal feelings and how I feel. So nobody take this shit personally.
Factual.
So anyway,
how do you feel about them saying that he died at the same age as Jesus Christ?
I believe, honestly, hold on, let me answer this. Honestly, there's a lot of people who died at 33. Realistically, my father died at 33, and honestly, that no disrespect to any of my family members, that nigga was nothing like Jesus by any means. So just because you died at the age of 33, I don't think that necessarily means you are anything like Jesus. You know what I'm saying? To me, listen.
It's all about the impact.
I understand, but to me, Jesus is Jesus, and I'm not going to compare any mere mortal to Jesus Christ. That's just me personally. That's not to disrespect anybody else's religion or what they believe or anything like this. This is just me. This is me and my beliefs.
What I think,
you know what I'm saying?
Real quick. Nobody compared Jesus to being Jesus who he was.
Yeah, because Jesus was a story that was told after Jesus was gone, which is why I was saying the apostles didn't know they was they didn't show up like, hey, we the apostles,
right?
Right.
They didn't roll like
that.
that.
They heard that afterwards, nigga.
Right?
That's
you know
what they were
that's
defined as later.
That's what they're defined as exactly. They didn't roll up like, yo, we the apostles.
Hey, Jesus, let me get one of them apostle jobs.
It wasn't like that, bro. You know what I'm saying? They were just close with him. They served with him. You know what I'm saying? He didn't.
What I read though is
we are all servants of God, though.
Facts.
I understand.
Nipsey was able to affect, from what I read, 40,000 lives and generate close to $200 million in his lifetime and his service to other people. That's fucking amazing.
Right. This is what I say, man. Let's give the young. Listen. This is what I'm saying, though. But this is what I'm saying. Let's give the bro the credit for what he's doing and where he's at. Let's not try to compare him to anybody in the past. Let's not try to compare him to Jesus. Let's not compare him to anybody. You know what I'm saying? Because he was Nipsey Hussle.
Right,
he was doing him. So let's not label him and put those comparisons on him. Let's just celebrate his life for everything that he did and what he was trying to do. And that's just it. I don't want to get into he was this and he was he was like this. Like no, he was Nipsey Hussle, and that's who he was.
I understand that. I mean, but this is barbershop talk like this, and this is shit that we talk about in the barbershop. So
I agree.
that's why, you know.
No, this is shit, this is shit your dumbass want to talk about.
At the tonsillarium. At the
Right.
tonsillitis.
In his boutique, so do you
In
think?
his
So
boutique.
look, he's like, so would you like to have a haircut like Nipsey Russell and Jesus Christ?
And Jesus Christ.
It's like, come on,
Would
man.
you like some Grey Poupon with that?
Right. This nigga, look, he do turn his water into wine over there
I
at the
seen it,
boutique.
nigga. I seen it. I seen it.
Let's keep this party
It's
rolling.
Kit Kats and
That
all
nigga probably
types of
gets to end
candy
his
in the
day. He be
fridge.
lit.
All
Yeah.
types of candy in the fridge. Yeah.
So what y'all think about Magic Johnson stepping down, man? Did we talk about that?
Yeah,
no, we talked about that
we
outside,
talked about
right?
Magic. Yeah, we talked about Magic when I got in here, and I said Magic wanted. To
But I'm saying, was we on air when we talked about Magic?
yeah, that's the first thing we talked
right.
about. Yeah, that was before Dice left.
I smoke too much weed.
I don't. I do,
That nigga
but
had
I
too
don't.
much Hennessy. He had too much Hennessy and Kobe right now.
I think. Are you sure? See, this is why I don't like to talk about shit before the show because I feel
did.
like because we talked
We
about
did.
it
No, we did.
outside.
We did.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
We did.
damn,
We did.
damn.
We did.
Yeah, we talked about that.
We did
right?
touch on that. What else is there to touch on? The NBA playoffs have started.
We
My
talked
beloved
about
Sixers lost to the Nets yesterday.
bums.
Bums. Niggas are the Joel Embiid and them
These niggas
on the bench.
these niggas on
looking
the
at their
bench on the cell
iPhone.
phone and shit.
Nigga, I
he
wanted
come on
to
talking
send
about he was checking on his sick daughter.
Nigga, I will email you a
The
slap.
76 said, man, we'll give a fuck about your goddamn daughter during our game, nigga.
I Joel Embiid,
That's
y'all
why we
need to
pay
get
you all
y'all
that
head
money.
on.
We pay you all that money so you can have the proper care for her when your ass is playing the goddamn
Game,
game.
exactly.
Look, Dice is that nigga who would call during the game to check on my son. It's my son. I need to see if he's okay.
You must bring my son Akeem
Hey, listen, my thing is, I think that was a bunch of bullshit because if you texting about your sick daughter, why the hell is y'all laughing about it?
First of all,
I thought you believed him, Dice, of all people. I'm surprised you didn't believe him.
First of all,
that was some bullshit. Like, I mean, ain't nothing to be laughing about if your daughter's sick.
First of all, I will say this. As an NBA player, your ass shouldn't have no goddamn phone on the bench in the first place. I don't care what you was doing. I don't care if you was checking to make sure that $1 million cleared from your bank account.
That nigga wasn't getting in the game. He wasn't getting in the game, and he knew that. That's why he was like, nigga. fuck
Amir
that.
Johnson wasn't getting in the game, but goddamn Embiid was. So why you distracting a starter, nigga? Stupid ass nigga. Anyway, so I was pissed that my Sixers lost yesterday. They acting like some assholes. They gonna fuck around and lose this series if they don't take Embiid down to the goddamn paint. Stop letting that nigga shooting all them goddamn threes. And Jimmy Butler, stop acting like you the goddamn runner of the team, nigga. You're not Michael Jordan. You're just his illegitimate child. God damn it. What else, nigga? Who's your team? You don't even got no team in the playoffs. You a Knicks fan.
Nah. I said, I got the Sixers in Houston in the championship.
You got the Sixers in Houston. I can live with that. I don't think Houston has the ability to beat Golden State when Golden State really feels like playing like Golden State. Problem is,
Golden State might get beat before they see them.
nah, that's not happening. By who?
I mean, shit, nigga.
The Clippers ain't finna beat them. Who's finna beat Golden State before they get to Houston?
I don't know. Denver might beat them.
Who? Denver
might beat them.
You just seen them what they did to Denver the other day. When they feel like playing somebody and they motivated, they gonna beat the brakes off your ass.
It was a lot of upsets yesterday. I mean, but that's game one.
Yeah, and that's what I said with the Sixers. It's game one, and I get it. Sixers need to lock in, and we need to fire Brett Brown during the summertime. Get us a legitimate coach that knows how to get to them boys.
Sixers ain't going to no finals, bro.
Them niggas is gonna lock down on Russell, and it's not gonna be the same
I
game.
hope so, because D'Angelo Russell hit the same shot from the free throw line about 40 times yesterday. Shout out to my man Dundada out there at Coachella. And what's up to my nephew Story? What's good, boy?
What are you talking? Is he? This nigga's over here looking at his live. Like I thought, Kush just started going into a. I thought that nigga started having a fit.
Yeah, nigga, I just started having a shout out fit. Shout out to my man Dundada out there at Coachella.
Yeah.
All right, I'm about to pull up to my son's game, man. How about y'all niggas?
Good luck to Domingo in that game. What position he playing? Linebacker?
Nah, he playing flag football, so he out there receiver and receiver and linebacker basically.
Basically, and ain't nobody gonna be able to get the Mingo flag.
Hey, he keep growing. That nigga gonna be a lineman in a minute, bro.
Oh, nigga, he's
gonna be a D tackle, nigga.
He's for sure a defensive lineman or a goddamn tackle for sure. Domingo bigger than me now, and he's 6 now. Come on, dog.
Yeah.
That nigga, no, he's 7. That nigga 7. He's 4'7", 115 pounds.
Yeah.
I just really like the 4'7" ain't even that bad. The 115 pounds at 7 though, dog.
Solid.
He's most teenage boys at 7,
Yeah.
dog. Like that's.
I said that nigga weigh more than most females I dealt with.
Yeah, right. He weigh more than a lot of females that are grown ass women.
I weighed about that much in like the 7th grade, nigga.
Yeah, nigga, I didn't weigh 115 till I was about a senior.
That nigga gonna be taller than you, Kush, in about a year.
Nigga, look. This is what I be telling parents that say shit like that to me all the time. It is no feat for your child to be taller than me. So when you say to me he gonna be taller than me in a year, I don't care if he 8 or not. Nigga, his daddy is 6'12", 500 pounds. Nigga, fuck out of here. He's supposed to be that
been
big.
the same height since he was 9. Nigga.
Right,
that nigga been the same height for like,
first of all,
like 35 years,
First of all, I have not been the same height since I was 9. It took me all 18 years to get to my 5'7", nigga, and I appreciate all 18 of them years, nigga. I got to 5'7" at 18, nigga, and I remember when I got to 5'7", I was like, I'm 7.
But
nigga.
see, here's the funny part. Listen, Kush, I know your struggles, my nigga, because for the first part of my life, I was short. Like, I really thought I was going to be a midget. Like, nigga, when I entered high school, I was like 5 foot, maybe 5'1".
Peace, nigga.
I entered high school, nigga. I was like 5 foot, maybe 5'1". But nigga, I wore a size 10.5 shoe.
Oh yeah.
So I like a goddamn hobbit, nigga. You know what I'm saying? You see my feet coming around the corner, and then you're like, oh, that must be Trey. And then about 5 seconds later, here I come around the corner. You know what I'm saying? So it was like, nigga, I was like, oh my God, nigga, like, what the fuck am I gonna do? Nigga, and literally, between my sophomore year and my junior year, that summer, I literally grew like, nigga, something crazy like 5 inches, nigga.
Wow.
Like, nigga, I went back to school, like, I didn't even realize I was growing. You know what I'm saying? But like, I put it this way, in the 10th grade, I'm walking around with my arms on bitches like this. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I went back, and it became like this, and then bitches like, nigga, as soon as I got back,
in the 10th grade,
they started looking at me, they was like this.
Bitches like this. In the 11th grade, I was still walking around with my arm on bitches
when I got back, they was like, damn,
at 43 years old.
Nigga, for like the first 3 weeks of high school, my junior year, everybody was like, yo, Lil Trey got big, nigga. Like, I was like, yes, I finally grew, nigga. So, hey, I no longer had the little man complex.
Hey, man, I still have the little man complex.
You still listen,
that shit will never
pat
change,
on your back.
Man.
I understand.
Hey, man,
I understand.
I'll never lose the little man complex.
I know how it is down there, but you'll never understand the air up here, nigga.
You know what? I will say this. There are great advantages to being my height. There are a bunch of concerts and experiences.
Yes,
that
you
I was
can wear
able
any shoe that they come out with. That's what you.
And I
that's
also
a plus
listen. And my shoes always look better than y'all tall motherfuckers.
Hey, that's what I say. You can wear any shoe that comes out. You know what I'm saying? There are certain shoes, nigga. I wear. Listen, my shoe size is a 12.5. They call that the unicorn size. So I typically either had to go 12, which is really too small, or 13, which is sometimes a little too big. You know what I'm saying? So
this nigga can't find shoes that fit.
Exactly, and I have a lot of foot problems right now. Like, it seems like once I start turning 40, I start having feet problems. You know what I'm saying? The problems I didn't have when I was younger, I'm starting to have problems now. Like, shoes just don't feel comfortable. That's why I constantly wear flip-flops and sandals, nigga. Like, it's the most comfortable thing I can wear, nigga. Like, shit. Like, these is facts. Get older, kids. You laughing now, but get older, your ass gonna have these same problems.
You want some breaking news?
What's the breaking news?
Tiger Woods won the Masters.
Oh, get the fuck out of here!
Clap it up for Tiger. Return to greatness.
Nigga.
Now that is good news. I see yesterday. He was pushing yesterday,
bro.
and yesterday he was the only nigga that was hitting putts over 20 yards. So like I knew Tiger was on his A game.
Hey,
I didn't think he was gonna pull this.
I didn't either, because listen, somebody said yesterday, Tiger's doing great. I was like, nigga, that's Friday and Saturday Tiger. Sunday Tiger ain't played the shit in a long time. Yo, congratulations, Tiger Woods, man.
You could tell he was trending great. because Tiger's his drive game is always on point.
This nigga
his
won the fucking
putts
Masters.
are where he usually ends up having his issue. And the last 2 days, his putting game has been immaculate. He's been the best. He's been the best putting at the Masters for the last 2 days. Congratulations to Tiger Woods, man.
Congratulations,
Shout out to
Tiger
Nipsey
Woods.
Hussle. Nipsey did that.
Yeah, Nipsey was Nipsey was like on 6.
Nipsey was like, "Oh, 6-0, we gonna go ahead and get Tiger that number 15, nigga. We gonna get that 15, nigga."
Damn. So does that tie him with?
Nah. But
He
still
got like
2 more to go.
2 more to go.
2 more to go to get
At
the
least
jack.
he got one though. Damn.
But the thing about it is, it's been 10 years since he got one of them
damn,
shit,
like
dude.
nigga, shit.
That says a lot, dude. Hey, shout out to Tiger, man.
Woods. I know.
Shout out to Tiger
I heard
Woods.
the nigga try to. I heard the nigga. One of the security people or something was trying to hold the people back the other
slid
day.
and tried to break the nigga's ankles, dog.
try to take out the niggas Achilles and shit. I heard,
Yeah,
nigga.
almost killed poor Tiger little dream for a master,
Tiger
dog.
said, "You know what? Fucking, I'm still gonna win this motherfucker."
Hey man. Hey, so what I will say is we know that Tiger Woods is cutting up in these streets because Tiger was losing when they found.
I really feel like this is a real celebratory
It
moment,
is.
nigga.
It
like,
is.
Damn,
It
nigga.
is. It's been 10 years.
You know what I'm saying? Look, when that nigga got when that nigga wife busted his windows out and all that shit,
felt
you know what I'm
bad for
saying, nigga?
Tiger.
Hey, man,
I felt bad.
we ain't
for
never
Tiger.
think this day was gonna come.
We
but
didn't,
shit.
dude. And I'm
Hey,
telling
that nigga
you,
has
when
finally
they busted him, and they caught Tiger getting all that. Listen, Tiger's mojo for winning all them games. Lots of pussy. I don't care what nobody tell me.
Go ahead and get you the most raggediest hookers you can find, Tiger. Go ahead and satisfy your needs for them
with
ugly,
more games,
plain
nigga.
Jane ass white girls, nigga. You know what I'm saying?
That nigga Tiger Woods.
Take your ass to Arkansas. I bet you'll find a gang of them bitches. Nigga. They might not know shit about golf, but you can find you a gang of ugly ass white bitches in Arkansas.
Tiger Woods out there banging ugly white girls.
Oh man, that's that nigga fetish though, bro. Hey, that's his fetish. You can't knock a nigga fetish,
if
man.
a man wants to rag and get busy like that,
listen.
that's his mojo. You let him live his mojo.
Nigga, listen. Here's the thing. You look, niggas don't never talk about their fetishes, but there's some niggas out here with some weird fetishes.
I agree.
If you look at some niggas porno,
Nigga, every time we're
Shit.
at the barbershop, G let me know he a fucking weirdo all the
oh
time.
nigga, yeah, that,
G's a fucking weirdo.
See, that's what I'm saying. Just see, that's an outspoken. He's
an outspoken weirdo. He's proud of his
what I'm saying?
weirdo-ness.
But I'm talking about them niggas that keep that shit on the low. That if you got that nigga phone and you went to that nigga's porn search, you know what I'm saying? That nigga gonna have like
You find
fat
out.
bitches and hairy pussies that like dildos in their booty. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? That be a nigga fetish. You know what I'm saying? Midget sucking toes, niggas smoking. You know what I'm saying?
Smoking
I don't know,
Newports and goddamn sucking toes. Hey man, I can't front. I went through a phase where I was really into midget porn.
I ain't gonna lie, I did. I went through that too.
I went through a phase where I could not stop
It was
watching
just like
Bridget.
it was just like
It was interesting.
It was just because it's like, you know what I'm saying. It's like you're small but you're grown. You know what I'm saying? It's like it's weird.
interesting.
You know
My
what I'm saying?
boy Kayem, shout out to my brother Kayem. Kayem had us on this thing for a minute. Where Kayem would walk around and his whole thing was, I want to fuck a midget. And if he seen a midget that was fine, he would holler. He was hollering. Nigga, hey man.
See, here's the thing about midgets is that they have very grown parts. So like they might have some big ass titties and a big old ass, and then
Be 2 feet tall.
Look, the ass is like literally like a foot and a half from their feet. You know what I'm saying? Like that shit, like it's weird, but it's like I get it. It's interesting. You know what I'm saying? It's like
Hey man, I went through the midget porn phase. I did. I came from it. I went through that.
for like a week. You know what I'm saying? I was just on it for like a week. You know
That
what
shit
I'm saying?
went for a week for me, man. I watched midget porn for about a year, dog.
Oh
I can't be
damn!
front, dog.
Yes. So why you never run up on a midget?
Like I said, I thought the videos were just interesting to me. I thought it was just
So you
funny.
ain't never want to hit.
It wasn't about me fucking a midget or nothing. You know I'm a goofball. You know this about me, Trey. Shit like that used to be funny to me to watch sometimes. Like, it was interesting. I'd crack up. Like, you know what I'm saying? You get one out there, you crack the fuck up.
I remember years ago when I first moved here, I was just driving down the street and I remember I seen this badass midget. Like, she was bad, nigga. Like, she was fine, bitch was stacked. I turned around on the block and she was gone. I like, damn, look. I'm looking under cars and shit. I couldn't find the motherfucker. So, I never got my shot at the midget game. I'm married now.
Shit. That nigga said he was looking under cars, dog. You fucked up.
I was trying, I'm like, damn, where the fuck she go? Like, nigga, she walked out. Like, nigga, I just circled the block. Like, nigga.
Like, she just went to
I parked, I'm looking at the cars, nigga, lifting up leaves and shit.
You
like,
don't
where
got
the fuck
no
the
sense,
bitch go?
nigga. You don't got no sense. You don't got no. Yeah, I went through all of that. We all come out to California. You go through the Asian, Latina porn, all types of crazy shit like that. But my strangest time was definitely the midget porn.
Yeah,
Yeah, definitely the midget porn. Yeah.
What else is going on out here?
We talked about the NBA playoffs. NFL draft is coming up. What else is cracking out in these
The
streets?
draft is coming up.
Did y'all talk about Joe Biden and Joe Biden filling up bitches out here on these streets?
We did not talk about that. And listen, this is what I just got to say about that. If Donald Trump can grab a motherfucker by the pussy and still get in office, fuck it, Joe Biden, keep riding this shit out, goddammit. They gonna forgive you for that shit. It's just a titty or two, or maybe an ass grab. You know what I'm saying? They'll get over that shit.
I'm saying, when I was 14, I
He
grabbed
ain't raped nobody. He ain't R. Kelly nobody. He ain't Pill Bill nobody. You know what I'm saying?
He didn't pay nobody to goddamn fuck and then bounce. Like, Hey man, I think it's fucked up that Trump has the audacity to be the main nigga going hard on this nigga for touching girls when this nigga is President Grab him by the pussy. Nigga. That's your name.
That's President Grab him by the pussy.
That's your name. That's your name.
Like, he should have been the first nigga to step up. Like, you know what? We can forgive him for that.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
You should have been the first one. Like, hey, look, I've grabbed many a pussies. Biden only rubbed on
and
a
I'm
chick's
still
shoulder.
the president, right? You know what I'm saying? That nigga just give him a shoulder massage.
A shoulder massage.
Come
Yeah,
on,
dog.
now.
Come on, dog. You be grabbing women by the pussy out here.
Honestly, bro, like, listen, some of this shit is just getting out of hand because some shit is just, it's a pass you make it a bitch. You know what I'm saying? I don't mean nothing malicious by it, but if you're interested, you'll let me know from the little shoulder squeeze. You know what I'm saying? If you not, okay, bitch, I realized it was creepy. I won't do it again.
Exactly.
But now you can't even take your shot at the bitch without getting Me Too. Like,
I
the fuck
said
is that shit about?
When this whole Me Too thing happened, that was one of the things that was my biggest issue because there is a slippery slope and a huge gray area between shooting your shot and rape.
Bro, like, you can't even let a bitch know that you interested anymore.
No.
Now, you know what I'm saying? You let her know she cute, nigga, you're harassing
You're
her.
harassing
You know what I'm saying? Like, nigga, like, what happened to courting motherfuckers? Like, that's just basically what some shit is. Like, niggas is courting and flirting and trying to get your attention. Like, how the fuck else we supposed to do that shit?
Listen, this is what's crazy. Now, and we're...
And when I say we, I mean me and not me personally, babe.
Trey don't do no shit like that.
Nothing.
Nothing like that.
Nothing.
He be at the barbershop all day, Rosa. I can vouch for it.
All day.
I'm saying, for instance, you in your office and the AC on high, and she wears that one shirt that allows everything to be revealed because the AC is on high, and y'all goofball together at the office all the day by the coffee machine and all of that, and you walk by today and you say some funny shit like it's awful nipple today. Now you done get Me Too. She got the joke with some girl around the corner. It's like he was talking about her nipples.
Yeah, right. You know what I'm saying? Like, it ain't even none of your business.
That wasn't even none of your
I wasn't even
business.
talking to your ugly ass. Nobody give a damn about your nipples. That's why the fuck they want to go and tell niggas because nobody give a damn about her ugly
nipples.
ass.
Exactly.
Nipples that's touching her goddamn navel and shit. You know what I'm saying? Nipples just droop down.
Titty
nigga.
look like a bag.
Look like South, nigga, on the motherfucking compass, nigga.
Titties look like a bag.
Titties just look like the South needle on the compass,
Titties
nigga.
look like a bag.
You know what I'm saying? But it's a shame nowadays, man, because I remember as a young lad, you know what I'm saying? When I started working at a job, nigga, I was on the prowl, nigga. Listen, I'm going through. Listen, if they ever had a Me Too
In the 90s?
nigga, no.
We all got Me Too
If they
in the
ever had a
90s.
Me Too movement on me, from some of the things that I have said, that's definitely considered to be inappropriate.
I'm going to jail.
Bro, I'm telling you, I'm gonna be
under the
slandered.
jail.
Because from the time I was like 19 to like definitely like 25, nigga, I was saying all kind of inappropriate shit. Like,
Nigga, I still do. And
I don't.
You're married. But my thing was too, There's like, is that we like when Bill Cosby was going to trial and shit, and it was Bill Cosby was slipping these chicks Ruthie. I know in the 90s it was plenty of chicks that came over, and this bottle specifically right here, this Hennessy bottle right here, this was the get to it bottle right here. My shots weren't as deep as hers. Trust me, I know that. She was gonna drink more than I did. There was a purpose to that.
Right. Now this is too, because I know somebody might get offended. And I'm not saying that I agree or condone any type of sexual predatory behavior. You know what I'm saying? Because I do have a daughter. You know what I'm saying?
And we will kill anybody that tries this with Lauren.
Listen, check it out.
You will die. And that's before Trey get to you.
Exactly. I'm going to smack you, and you ain't even going to have no face.
Dog. Dog.
Hey, that nigga just
do not bring Trey back from the late 90s.
That nigga look like one of them mannequins in the mall, nigga. I'm just going to smack that nigga face off, nigga.
Blank face.
Blank face, nigga.
Just blank face you. Yeah, Lauren got a lot of protection out here in these streets. Don't try it with her. It's not worth it.
You know what I'm saying? So, but I mean, I still agree that, you know what I'm saying? Like they gotta lift it up a little bit.
Shout out to Will.
You know what I'm saying? Because we got to get back to times where it was okay to flirt with somebody, and if they reject you or you say no, then okay, that's just what it was. You know what I'm saying? It ain't nothing beyond that. You shouldn't walk away feeling like, oh my God, he made me feel this way. No, bitch, that nigga just expressed some interest. You know what I'm saying? That's all that simply it was. You know what I'm saying? Now, if a nigga continues to actually harass you after there's a difference, because when I was young, I used to tell a chick, if a chick tell me no, I tell them straight up, that's okay. Listen, I'll be like, it's okay, I'll be back, because persistence wears down resistance. Now, there's a difference in persistence, and then there's a difference in stalking, yes, and then her really harassing the bitch. Like, you'll get the point if she really means no. You know what I'm
when
saying?
she called the cops and get a restraining order
when I was younger, nigga,
don't text her good morning.
Look, when I was younger, that first no, that was just like, I thought we playing a game.
Oh,
you know what I'm saying? You supposed to say no. You know what I'm saying?
Nigga, we grew up in the era of the chase.
Yeah,
the chase was real when we were kids.
The chase was fun.
The chase was fun. The chase don't happen no more. There's no chase no more, because women choose different nowadays, so the chase ain't the same no more. Man. That's the problem. And yeah, it's sad out here in these streets.
So, Paul just gave us a sign. We got to get ready to wrap this up. This has been a pretty fun show. You know what I'm saying? We supposed to have a guest. Didn't have a guest, but it ended up just being just us. So, you know what I'm saying? So, this has been another episode of Barbershop Talk Like This. I'm your host, Trey the Barber.
And this the other host, Kush, and Dicethebarber ain't here because he had a football game.
So, peace, and we out this bitch.
Peace.